Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are diving into one of the coolest roles in tech, and we're going to answer a big question. What does a natural language processing engineer actually do?
I mean, really think about it for a second. You ask your phone a question, you dictate a text message, you search for something, and it just gets you. How on earth does a machine make sense of all the weird, messy ways we humans talk?
Well, the answer is this incredible field of AI called natural language processing, or NLP for short. And this isn't some science fiction thing. It's the magic behind Siri and Alexa, the reason chatbots can be so helpful, and it's even why your autocorrect saves you from embarrassing typos. It is totally woven into our lives already.
So before we can really understand the engineer, we kind of have to understand their world. Let's get a super clear picture of what NLP actually is.
Okay, so here's the official definition. At its heart, NLP engineering is the part of AI that's all about building systems to work with human language. But here's the thing, it's way more than just recognizing words. The real trick, the real challenge, is interpreting our meaning, generating replies that make sense, and basically bridging that enormous gap between how we talk and how computers, well, think. And this is where it gets really fun, because the ways we can use this stuff are just endless. Companies use NLP for everything from customer service bots to systems that can read thousands of reviews and figure out if people are happy or upset about a product. It's become this absolutely essential tool for making sense of the crazy amount of text data out there in the world. All right, so we've got a handle on what NLP is. Now let's pull back the curtain and meet the people who actually build this stuff, the creators behind all that code. At its core, an NLP engineer's whole mission is to design the logic that allows a computer to learn our language. That's the whole machine learning part right there in action. They build systems that don't just follow a set of rigid rules, but actually get smarter and better the more we talk to them. So how do they pull it off? Well, the process usually breaks down into 4 big steps. First, they start with a specific goal, right? Like, let's build a program that understands customer complaints. Then comes the data prep, which is huge. They have to take all this raw, messy text from the real world and clean it up so a computer can even begin to process it. Then they pick and implement the right algorithms to find the important patterns in that data. And finally, and this part is key, they test, analyze, and tweak their models over and over and over again to make them better. As you can probably guess, a job this complex requires a pretty impressive set of skills. So what's actually in an NLP engineer's toolkit? What do you need to know to succeed? What's so fascinating to me is the balance you need. On one side, you've got these deep technical skills. You have to know machine learning, you got to be good with stats and programming. But that's only half the picture. On the other side, you need to be a sharp critical thinker and an amazing communicator so you can actually work with a team to solve these incredibly hard problems. It's like you have to be both a technical artist and a great team player. So with a skill set like that, you're probably wondering, okay, is all that hard work worth it? Well, let's take a look at the job market, because the demand for these experts is, and I'm not exaggerating, absolutely skyrocketing. 26%. Just let that number sink in. That's the projected job growth for this field over the next decade. And to give you some context, that growth rate completely blows the average for most other jobs out of the water. We're not just talking about growth here, this is a full-on explosion in demand. And of course, that kind of demand shows up in the paycheck. The average salary for an NLP engineer in the US is already over $123,000 a year. So yeah, it's a career that's just as rewarding financially as it is intellectual. And what's really great is that the salary grows really steadily as you get more experience. I mean, look at that. Even an entry-level salary is fantastic, and it just keeps climbing as you move into mid-level and senior roles. This really shows you that it's a solid, long-term career path with a lot of value. So, if we've sparked your interest, you might be asking yourself, okay, so how would I even get started on a path like this? Well, let's map out that journey together. The journey usually kicks off with a bachelor's degree in something like computer science to build that strong foundation. From there, it's all about getting your hands dirty with real-world experience, maybe as a software engineer, while you're also building up your specific NLP skills with online courses or certificates. And then, for folks who are aiming for those top-level research or leadership jobs, an advanced degree is often what unlocks that next level. And that experience pays off in career growth. You might start out as a junior engineer, but give it 5 to 7 years, and you could be in a lead NLP engineer role. And after 8 or more years of really deep experience, you're looking at top positions like principal engineer or even director of machine learning. It's a field with some seriously clear and rewarding upward movement. At the end of the day, the work these engineers are doing is making our relationship with technology feel more natural, more seamless, and, a lot more human. And as that line keeps getting blurrier, it leaves all of us with a pretty big question to think about. As computers get better and better at understanding us, what's going to be the next big conversation we have with our technology?